Hi, I'm Mac Davis, and I've been in ministry for 37 years. When I was about to graduate from high school, I would find myself um, coming up with ideas for sermons and outlines for sermons, and I was thinking, why am I doing with coming up with ideas for sermons? Because that's not, what God had planned for me. I was going to go to college and become an architect, and I thought that that was what God wanted for me. I first pastored the Brighton Baptist Church, Paragould, Arkansas, for 4 years. I started when I was 19, and for the last year, I have been interim pastor at First Baptist Church, Cotton Plant, Arkansas. Pastor eating church is those that will get as much use out of them as they can and not care for them as the pastor has cared for them, try to destroy them as much as they possibly can. There's a lot of isolation in any pastor position. You cannot always talk to your friends that you are a pastor to, as well as someone who's outside of your congregation. And so when you don't feel like you have anyone who you can talk to outside of your congregation, then you feel even more isolated. I wish that people would know that it's not just a Sunday morning thing. Because of funerals, visits, different things, committee meetings, and things of that nature. Sometimes there's church meetings that you've got to schedule, but you're also trying to find time in which to go and visit in a nursing home, go visit in the hospitals, go visit in homes, get things ready for any outreach programs that's going on in a church. You find time to make yourself available in the office in case people come in needing to see you, and people like to know where their pastor is and to be able to find him. The best thing about being a pastor is knowing that you're ministering unto people in the way that God called you, that you're there for them during the crisis that they have going on in their life, because there's a lot of times in which there's illnesses, there's deaths, there's things that I try to be there for, and just to be the presence of Christ. The worst part of it is when I feel rejected. I recall leading someone to the Lord. There for a while they were trying to learn and follow the Lord, and then they began to fall into some of their old ways. I happened to drive up to his and his wife's house. He was drunk, probably high, and he saw me pull up. I got out and I spoke to him and the others that were there. Turned to watch a dog that was kind of a vicious dog, and before I could turn back, he had me pinned to the hood of the car. and received several blows to the head. And finally was able to get away, and to know that, you know, I had tried to invest a lot of time and effort into his life, and then to be rejected that way, it hurt. Not just physically, but emotionally. And there's been several instances where I feel like, you know, just you pour out your life and it really doesn't matter. I keep asking myself, is this really what God wants me to do? And when we come back to the answer is yes, you know, and that's where I get my joy. I'm not in this for my sake, because there's been too many heartaches, but yet I know that I'm doing what God has called me to do.
And I had learned to walk the streets alone. I trained my feet to fall to a metronome.